I hope you all have access to this folder. If anyone don't have access, please let me know. Let me share the folder link in the group. So in this folder, we are going to use the day 2 documents. Please let me know once you all open this folder. Right. For everyone offline, you have access for this folder and you're able to open the document as well. உங்களுக்கு இருக்குல்லப்பா? Okay. And people online, is there anyone who don't have access to this folder or this document? நீங்க நேத்து ஜாயின் பண்ணதுல ஜாயின் பண்ணீங்க அதே லிங்க்.
Sir, not open for me. Document.
Yes, Ramya, you don't have access to the document, Ramya?
Yes, sir.
I have shared the link in the group, Ramya. Could you please request for access?
Okay. Sir.
Those who don't have access to the folder, I have shared the meeting link, the folder link in the WhatsApp group. So you click this group, it will ask for the permission. So you click this link, it will ask for the permission. And let me know once asked for the permission, I will check here and I will give you access. Ramya, your email ID is Ramya Sri, right?
Banavthi.Ramya, sir.
Yes, yes. I have given access. Please check.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello. Ashok.
Yes.
Now enko access illa. I have given a request.
Okay. Unga email ID?
hemalata.tarita@gmail.com.
Darshini Tarita vandirukku.
Darshini Tarita, let me. Okay, kudunga parvala.
Seri, okay.
Ashok Endo, Avinash, Puspa 0.
I given access, Avinash. Please check.
Okay, thanks.
Visitra Raja. Inge irukingla? Illa. Is there anyone Raja online? Visitra Raja.
Hi, Ashok. எனக்கு access வந்துச்சு Ashok.
Okay, okay. சரிப்பா. Even if you don't have access, and first please watch the screen. Quickly நம்ம start பண்ணிடலாம் because நிறைய we have to cover. கொஞ்சம் ஸ்பீடா போவோம், but don't worry, we are going to give you a lot of time. Okay. So day 2 open பண்ணி வச்சுக்கோங்க, but for now take a look into my screen. And today we are going to start with the different functionalities. Out of that, we are going to start with some of the test functions. Okay. So adula vandu first we are going to deal with length. So length, by using the length function, we can get the length of the characters. Most of the time you can use it against the text. So let's see how we can use it. So here I have a contact object. I'm using a contact object. My screen visible, yeah? Okay. So let me check whether I'm having a phone number field over here. I'm having phone, so many phone. Let me use this phone. I'm going to create a new field. Formula field. Let me use result. I'm just using this result one for all the formula. We are going to keep changing. So in the initial stages, if you want to test the formula, you can have some dummy field like this just for the practice sake. Okay. So inga enna panna porona, we are going to get the length of the characters. So it is going to return what? Obviously, it is going to be number. For now. So I need to get the length of a field called the phone. So first, let me take the function len. You see the description for the function here. It returns the number of characters in a string. Insert this. Here it is asking the text field. So I'm going to add here a text field. Whether phone number is a text field or number field. Anyone? It's a number field.
Number.
Okay. So phone number, number, but that's wrong. In Salesforce, phone number is a text field because the phone number will have hyphen, bracket, plus symbols. All this will come. So we cannot put this as a number. So I'm going to insert a field called phone. Let me insert. Okay. So length of the field called phone. You're going to insert the API. Suppose if you are using a custom field, it will come like __C. Let me check this one. I'm doing this in a contact object. Okay, it's created. There are many phones. So here, the field which I'm going to test, it is here, which is phone. And there is another field, result should be there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have entered 10 numbers here. Let me save this. There should be another field called result. It's coming up here. Why it is coming in the decimal format?
Because we have chosen 2 decimal places.
Correct. So let's change that. Exactly. So I don't need the decimal part for this one. So let me go and remove the decimal places. Now refresh. I'm getting the expectation. This is a very straightforward function, length. All that we are going to insert the function, and the text, and we are going to get this. Any doubts in this? I'm definitely going to give you all the time to practice this length and do it yourself as well. Since this is going to be a very straightforward one, right? We are going to try at least 5 functions. We are going to see. Then altogether, we are going to give a try. Offline, online, any doubts with this length function so far? Okay, if you want to give a try with the numbers, let me check. Do you have any number field out there? Number field என்ன இருக்கு? Account number is a number field தானே? இல்லையே, அதுவும் text field. அதான் நம்பர் இல்லை, நான் இங்க ஆல்ரெடி எக்ஸிஸ்டிங் நம்பர் ஃபீல்ட் இருக்கான்னு பாக்குறேன். zip code, I hope number field. இங்கே பார்த்துட்டா தெரிஞ்சிருப்போம்.
Postcode is a number field.
Postcode. I think
mobile number is a number.
எல்லாமே டெக்ஸ்ட் தான் இருக்கு. So let me create a dummy.
Does this count spaces also, Ashok?
Which spaces?
Like if you give space in between number.
Yes, correct. Okay, let me add. Other number. Okay, I have created a number field. Okay. So now let me try to insert that number field here. Other number. Sorry. Okay, save பண்ண cancel. Let's do check syntax. It says it's an incorrect parameter because if you look at the function, it says text. If you want to get the number, you have to convert that number to text. There is another function which is available called text. Anyway, we are going to see, but anyway, we can check here itself. This function text value converts a value to a text using a standard display format. In your case, Ashok, I want to get the length of some number field. You can first convert this as a text. So by using this function, this entire thing will convert as a text. Then I can check this. Okay, a good question. With your help, we have seen 2 functions here. So guys, we have seen length and we have seen text, how to use the text. The do it yourself பண்ண வச்சிட்டீங்க நீங்க. சரி பரவாயில்லை. Okay, so far we have seen using these formulas in the formula field. Okay, the formulas can be used in various places. In fact, I should have covered this in the very first day. If you look at the day 1, we have shared the materials like a link where and all we can use formulas. So I leave it to you all. There are people who already learned few things, right? Any idea where and all we are using formulas? Apart from the formula field in Salesforce, where and all we are using formulas?
Validation
Flows.
rules.
Flows, validation rules.
Date of birth calculation.
Sorry, which calculation?
Date of birth.
No, I'm asking, in Salesforce, you see, there are a lot of curriculum, right? If you visit AJ Skill Development website, you see there is a curriculum section. In this curriculum, you have all these topics. My question is, where and all we are using Salesforce, sorry, the formulas in these topics?
Process builder.
Good, process builder,
Workflows.
workflows, flows.
Flows.
My question is about the topic. I'm asking about the topic. Flows, validation rules, process builder, custom metadata, label. There are many such. So this link we have shared in the day one file itself. It will give you an idea of where and all we can use the formulas which we are learning part of this workshop. In fact, it's one such interview questions. They can ask, where are formulas being used in Salesforce? You see, approval process, steps, auto response, case escalation rules, fields, data validation, reports, workflows, visual force pages. In all these areas, we can use formulas. Okay. So the link is available in the day one. Please make use of it. Wherever you find such link, guys, this is for all the trainees, because in most of the case studies, we used to give such links. People will simply ignore the link, then they will start do the case study directly. Wherever you find some reference links, spend some time, at least visit. You don't have to read, just visit. Okay, fine. Now we are in the day two. The day two, we got so far the length. Next. Here it is, the trim one. The trim, remove the spaces and tabs from the beginning to end of the string. For example, you have a string and you have a spaces like this. The trim functionality helps you to remove the spaces before, after, and in between. So let's see how we can use trim. So what I can do, okay. I'm having the name field. Okay, let me try to trim. Okay. Let's try to trim this name field. Remove all the spaces from a string, text string, except for single spaces between the words. Okay, I think it will work out because it will not remove all the spaces from the text string except for the single spaces between the words. But what we have done so far is a single space. Let's see how it works. Name. First name. Check syntax. The data type is text incompatible with the expected data type number. So what is the error? Why we are getting this error?
Return type.
Return type we give as number.
Okay. So with us, we have given the number data type, right? So let's change this to text. No error. I still getting the same one, I guess. Yes, because it is not considering the spaces in between the word, but at the same time, if I like this, ஒரே string இருக்கு. Let me try with the different one description. Field the description of it. Oh, இது long text ah. விஜித் இது long text work ஆகுமா? Work ஆகாதா? சரி, அதையும் பார்த்தலாம். Text field என்ன text field இருக்கு? Department. Let me check with department. Okay. You see, there is a space, but still we got this without space. Where are the So ultimately, this functionality trim helps us to remove the spaces before and after as well. So let me remove this before and after too. I'm adding some spaces before that. Let's save. And you see it's being removed and we are getting without the much spaces. So wherever you want to have such functionality, we can use the trim one. Any doubts in this one? Long text basically you will have a more words. Obviously the formula will not support, this trim one will not support for long text. I think they have added long text. We'll see the special cases. People online, any doubts with the trim?
What if we want to remove after a particular character?
Sorry, what is that?
What if we want to remove after a particular character? Like if there is a particular character in the string, what if we want to remove spaces of that particular character?
Okay, you have some special case. Like Ashoka, say for example, I'm having a character called a dollar. After dollar, if there is a space, I want to remove that. You have such special case, right?
After particular dollar, everything needs to be removed.
Got it. Okay, we are going to see all those functionality, but with regards to trim, we can remove only the spaces in between the words. So any doubts within the trim?
No.
Okay. we have all the functionalities. Okay, you see there are a lot of functions available. Whatever you have asked, it is available from one of the functions which we are going to see down the line. Fine. The text one, I think we have already seen when we are tried out the length functionality, right? So the text is nothing but it converts the number field into, or any even if it is a date and time, it will help you to convert as string. Let's take example here. Our result, what is the return type of our result? It is expecting text. Let me insert a created date. What is created date? Which? It's a date and time. Okay, let me try to insert and check. I have inserted this. See, no, I just want to tell you there is a text field with a return, I mean, a text expecting formula field, but I'm just giving input as created date, which is a date and time. What is the message I'm getting? The expected result is text, but you have given date and time. You have to convert this into text now. So what we can use? Text. Wherever you come across such situation, you can simply use text. Now it will allow and save. Check the result. Result. We are getting the exact result, right? The date and the time too. So this is a very simple and straightforward functionality. Any questions with regards to text? Guys, don't worry. I'm going to give definitely going to give you all the time. You're going to practice all this. So don't think that we are just covering everything. Since these are quite straightforward, right? We are going to cover in a stretch, and I'm going to give you a break. In the breakout time, you can try everything. Any
Actually,
questions?
which date it is taking? Like we just given text and created date. Which date it is taking?
Created date.
Okay, when we created the record, that date only it is taking. Okay. Thank you.
இது சொல்றீங்களா அது வந்து that's a Salesforce thing that depends upon the system timestamp. So local அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு there is a concept. If there is a user, this user, if you go and check the user field, right, it has a local value உங்களுக்கு. So it will sometimes take GMT value, your system value, the local value, depends upon the configuration we have made in the Salesforce. It takes. As of now, நம்ம அதுக்குள்ள போக வேண்டாம். நம்மளுக்கு தேவை ஏதோ ஒரு டேட் ஏதோ டைம். So it is taking some date and time and it is converting as text. Definitely, if you want to explore why this is coming in the right. Here we have a created date is this, but it coming as different, right? We can explore. So far, any doubts with regards to in the what is this trim text? No, right?
No, sir.
Okay. The other functionalities, right? Upper, lower, these are nothing but helps you to convert the text. If you are having a lowercase, it will convert this into uppercase. If you are having a uppercase, this will convert into lowercase. These and all very straightforward explanation, guys. I want you all, I am going to give you the access for this folder. You are going to try out all during your breakout times. Okay. Value one. Okay, let's check this one. Value function is a text formula that returns a numeric value from a string. This is an opposite, an ulta to that text function. In text function, it converts whatever the value you insert into what? Text function, what will happen? Whatever the
value we have to text.
Yes, exactly. Suppose you have a situation where you want to convert anything into value, you can use value. But this value can accept only what? Text. We cannot insert some date and we cannot convert it. Let's check how the value works. Okay, what is phone number? Phone is a
Phone
text.
number is a text.
Text value.
Let me insert this and check. The formula data type is number, incompatible with the expected data type text. We have a formula field which has a return type text, but this function is converting the text into number. So let me check this to number. Now check. Save this. Let's go back and check. Look at the result. This is the phone number. Some people asked why we call the phone number as a text field, because it has braces and space and everything. The entire number has been changed as the number. Even if you want to do some arithmetic operation on top of it, we can do it. Okay. Any doubt with the value one?
No, sir.
Are we clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And this one, it's a quite interesting one. Most of the cases we are using this one. Left function and right function. The left function is a text formula that returns a specified number of characters from the beginning of the string. From the beginning of the string, in the sense, from the left of the string, it is going to it is going to calculate the value. Let's check this syntax. Left text of number of characters. Rather than me, I just giving you the theory. Let's give a try. It returns the specified number of characters from the start of the text string. I want to get the first 4 digits of the phone number to identify the country code or whatever it is. I'm inserting the phone number and I need the first 4 digit or 3 digits. Let me give 4. Left of phone, comma. Sorry. Okay. Return type as number. Data type incomplete the number. Okay, let me check it too. Save. Refresh. You see, we have these many numbers, close to 10 digits we have. Out of that, I need only the first 4 one from the left. So I have used this formula, left of phone number, and how many digits I want, I have mentioned the same here. Similarly, if you want to get the right digits, you have a phone number and you want to get the last 4 digits of the phone number or whatever, not only phone number, whatever the text, and you want to get the first or last, you can use left and right. Any questions? Okay. So what we are going to do now, I'm going to create a Zoom rooms. Okay, for people offline, I will come to your place and support. And people online, we have Vijay and we have Dilip. The trainers will support you. I'm going to create a Zoom room. You are going to practice all these functions now. You have this document with you, right? If it is length, I want you to create a length for both example as well as the do it yourself. See, maybe since I have explained everything, right? It looks like, oh, okay, very simple. Why should we practice this one? Most of the people think that way, okay? But when you start implement, you will come to know what are the actual difficulties you are facing. So now the time is 10:05. Okay. Around 10:20, we'll connect back. So So I'm going to create a Zoom room. Please join any of the Zoom rooms, sorry, the breakout rooms. விஜித் நீங்க ஏதாவது ரூம் 1 போறீங்களா நீங்க 2 திலீப் நீங்க ரூம் 1 பாத்துக்கிறீங்களா? People join the rooms. I see still there are 18 participants not joining any room. I hope they're all okay. Is any online trainee yet to join any of the breakout rooms? Please join the breakout rooms. There would be other trainers, Vijit and Dilip would be there. They will assist you with the implementation. Please implement until the right functionality. You are going to practice length, trim, text, upper, lower, value, left, right. இல்லையப்பா போயிட்டு தானே இருக்கு. ஓ, நீங்க வெளியே வந்துட்டீங்களா? நீங்க ரூம் 2ல இருக்கீங்களா இல்ல எங்க இருக்கீங்க?
இப்ப நான் மெயின் இதுல மெயின் ஸ்கிரீன் நான் ரூம் 1
உங்களுக்கு இப்ப எந்த ரூம் வேணும்? அசைன்மெண்ட் பாருங்க. ஸ்கிரீன் ஆக்சஸ் ஓகே. இப்ப ட்ரை பண்ணுங்க ஜி. Update மட்டும். So in the use cases which we have shared, right? Adala along with formula field, we have given do it yourself for validations too. So I missed to add that. So udahanthukku the length functionality, right? Screen theriyudha ellarkume. People are online?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Is my screen visible? People online?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So the very first one, this one we have already tried, part of this session itself. The second one, it's a do it yourself, and this do it yourself, it is asking us to validate the other card. So far we have seen only using formulas in formula field. Okay. Let me help you to understand how to use validation. So this question is not meant for validation, but still we are using formulas. So idu mattum or vaati paathukalam. So I'm going to create a new validation rule. First of all, what is validation rule? Why we need a validation rule or how it works? Anyone, any idea?
To check
To
whether
check.
the input given by the
We are going to
user.
validate something. Okay.
Validating
Kind
the
of.
input value.
See, it is very simple. Why we have a validation is part of Salesforce. Abdina. Salesforce is going to deal with a lot of data, a lot of data. And I don't want to dump my system with invalid data. Say, for example, I'm having a marketing team. The marketing team will go and market the product and they get a bunch of leads. Leads are nothing but suppose they're going to into the crowd and they are getting their email ID or phone number, whatever it is, in the notepad or Excel sheet, and they are giving to the data entry team. The data entry team trying to feed it in the Salesforce. By the time they come to know, there are few email ID invalid, which means instead of Gmail, it's a GIL or google.com, something like that, or the phone number is having only 9 digits or sometimes 11 digits. That data will become invalid. Even if I feed the same invalid data into my Salesforce, assume that I'm going to send a bulk WhatsApp broadcast, which means if I'm having 1,000 contacts with me, you would have received some WhatsApp messages from many companies, right? Nowadays, they have started marketing. Even from AG skill development, we have been sending a lot of messages from WhatsApp only. That's how we are sending. We are having a CRM. From CRM, we are having your number and we are sending. Most of the people who joined this session, they would have seen that session is going to happen on 18th and 19th via WhatsApp only. Suppose when we are going to do such marketing, if the WhatsApp number is invalid, it is having 11 digit or 9 digit, whatever the efforts being put by the marketing team, sales team, then service team, the training team, all will go vain. To ensure we are having a proper data in the system, we need to validate the data before entering into the system. How to validate? By using validation rule, we can do that. So I'm going to write a test rule here. Okay. Other number check. So how many digits for other number? 12 digits. So I'm going to check whether the number entered into the other field is 12 or not. If it is not 12, I want to throw the error. Please listen carefully, especially please watch the screen. This is the area where most of the people get confused between formula field and validation rule. So as I told you earlier, validation rule will fire only when the criteria is met. I want to throw this error. Other number should be 12 digits. I want to throw this error. When I want to throw the error? Only when my criteria met. When my criteria will met in this case?
When
It
the
is
number
not
is
equal to 12.
not equal to 12.
11 or 10 or 13 or 14, then only my criteria is met, then only this error message will throw. Okay. So I'm going to check whether the length of other number. Other is a number field or text field in our case.
Number field.
Number.
Okay. So obviously length will not work with the number one. So let me convert this as text. Suppose this entire thing is going to return some number, right? I need to check whether it is 12 or not. What I can do here?
Not equal.
Not equal to 12. Anyway, what is this operator? All of a sudden we are introducing that not equal. We are going to check, but still this example I took for this validation rule. It is going to check whether the number which I have entered is not equal to 12. Check syntax. No error found. I'm saving this. Now go back. I have other number field. Let me enter some 5 digit. I try to save. I'm getting this error. See, now where most of the people get confused, Ashok, here the other number should be 12 digit, right? Then why you are giving this opposite formula here, like not equal to 12? Please understand, here I want the formula should satisfy some criteria. Only this criteria met, my error will get thrown. In that, most of the people get confused between the formula field and the validation rule. So one thing you have to understand, whenever you are going to write any validation rule, I want this message should throw. When should this message should throw? So based on this, according to this, you have to give this criteria. So in my case, if it is less than 12 or greater than 12, I want to throw some error. So I put like, whenever the number I have entered not equal to 12, I have to throw this error message. Anybody have any questions with this validation rule? Or if you have questions with the validation rule itself, you can let me know. I missed to mention that in this text function, we have do it yourself about validation rules as well. Like as we have seen, we can use the formulas in various areas, right? We are going to deal with validation rules and formula field then and there. Anybody still need time to practice the text functions? If you need time, I can give time. If you say, we understand this concept, let's move on, we can move on. People online?
We can go to the next topic, sir.
People online, do you still need time, or are we good to go with the other one? The other
Yes, Ashok.
functionality?
I was trying something like I need some time.
Take clear.
Yeah, sure. Can we have 2 minutes? We'll try and get back.
Am I audible? People online?
Yes, Ashok,
Yes,
you're
sir.
audible.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, okay. So do anybody still need time?
Yes, yes, we need a 2 to 3
Yes,
minutes.
Ashok.
Back training.
Are you guys still need a time? People online? 2 minutes. Okay. So do one thing. Now 10:38, right? Let's catch up by 10:45. Until then, please give a try. Let me give you another 10 minutes and I will create a. Yeah, let's give a time. Room வேணா இங்கே பண்ணிக்கலாம்.
Ashok, one more doubt.
Yes.
When we are creating a field, right, there is something called general options where we mark the required field and others, right? Adila keela vanditu there is a formula editor. So can you tell me where this can be used?
If you want to set some default value, whenever the field is being created, if you want to set some default value, you can make use of it. Let me show you. Okay, we have a other number field. Okay, so let me, for now, let me turn it on. So whenever another number is being created, I have a scenario where the first 4 digits should start with this serial number 989. Okay, so I want to set this value as a default value. In this case, I go to the field. You see there is a default value option. Here I can add that value. Let's try this. I'm going to create a new contact. See, whenever I create a new record, this value will comes in a default. So in this default value, if you want to use any text or any formulas, you can still use. Let us assume you are going to create some field. Ashok, I want to have a text of, along with my Aadhaar number, I want to insert some text of field. I'm just inserting some field and I'm converting this into text. Expected number date. Okay, it should be value. Okay. Organization name. Yeah, another one. Number field, number field, number field.
Refresh all.
I think this is a number field, so it is not giving me anything. Let me change the data type to text. Value default value early.
அவர் என்ன பார்த்துட்டு இருக்காரு, ஃபாலோ பண்ணுங்க, என்ன பண்றாரு.
I try to concatenate to value here.
Yes, yes.
It's coming here, right?
Yeah.
The other one don't have a value, so we are getting a blank here. So if you want to add the formulas even in the default values, we can add like this. If you want to do some operations, but out of the operation, if you want to show some results, it is also can come in. Why we need default value? Every time I don't want to insert, every time I don't want to type. In such case, we can use some default value.
Okay, okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, Ashok, there is one more thing. Just wanted
Yes.
to. Yeah, I'm sharing my screen.
Yes, Rahul.
So here I have given the Aadhaar number and I'm just checking the length. Okay, and if I remove this Aadhaar number and it will throw an error.
I hope that you have a validation rule, right?
Yeah.
That's why it's throwing error. Correct.
Yeah, I'm just removing it. Now, if I save this one, then the length is calculating as 1, even if there is no
There might be
number.
a space in click this other number. Give backspace.
That is backspace delete I have given. Still, it is coming as 1.
Go to your formula.
Yeah. Yeah, I have converted to text. Still, it is throwing 1.
Let me check.
And other number is a number field.
Okay. How it says 1?
It's considering the blank space, counting the blank space actually.
That's why.
There is no blank space actually.
Do one thing. Now I create a new record. Just
It's a
create
blank
new.
value, right? There's nothing in it. So it is counting that as the 1.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me create another one.
I think if it is blank means it should appear 0, right? Correct.
Just create another record. Let's see.
I'm not giving any name.
Say this one. So it is taking that blank as well, but it's supposed not to take like this.
It's a text value right now. We are converting number from text. So that is what is considering the blank value.
Correct. All right.
So if I check this one, sorry, length. Blank field as 0 and treat blank field as this one.
Yeah, try this one.
Now it won't consider the.
Good.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's a good find, Naik. See, everyone, please watch the screen. And Naik, maybe if you want, you can explain what was the issue and how did you resolve.
Okay, so whenever we are going for other number is a number field here I have given, and whenever I go for checking the length of the number field, and this is the length formula I have given. I am just converting it to text, but even if there is no field, there is no number I have given, it is taking as a default length as 1, because if I go to this formula field over here, and I'm just considering treat blank field as zeros, so it considers zeros as a new value here. So
maybe you
if
can change that to 0 and save this one and showcase what.
And treat blank value as blank, then it is coming as 0.
That Naik, please change it to zeros. Treat blank fields as zeros. Save it.
Yeah. And
now go
if
back.
I'm changing it and saving it now, and again refreshing the page, then the length value would be 1 again, even if there is no other number.
Yeah, since even though there is no other number, since you use the length functionality, but still the value we are getting is 1, because the formula treating that as a count as 0. To avoid such scenarios, please go to the formula field now.
Yeah.
And yeah. Scroll down.
Treat
Treat
blank
blank
field.
fields as blanks. Okay. Save. Good. Good one. Any doubts? Others? Any questions? So let me share my screen. Now almost it's 11. So I will let me wind up by 11:15. Okay. And I'm going to give you all time till 12 o'clock to practice all these use cases. So let's cover whatever we can cover till 11:15. Okay. Obviously, you are going to practice everything. I'm going to create a separate rooms, the Zoom rooms, breakout rooms for everyone. So you can definitely practice. Don't worry, we'll give the time. What else we have? We have hyperlink, we have substitute. Someone asked, there is a question like, Ashok, I want to remove a particular field, or I want to remove a particular text or string from the entire text. Maybe you can use substitute function. Let's see how this works. This hyperlink, you can try it, guys. It's a very straightforward one. Substitute. Let's take insert with the formula as text. So look at the function text comma old text comma new text. The substitute new text for the old text in a text string. You substitute when you want to replace a specific text in the text string. Here, let me introduce a text here. So which field we can use? Okay, I have a department field. Mute. For classroom offline trainee, please make sure you are on mute. Okay. So I want to replace this electrical one with communication out of this text. So what is this field? Which is the field? Text field? Department. So let me insert department. The old text. So let's give this text. If I give like this, right, it will consider this is also another field. So if you're going to mention this as a text, please use quote and replace this as communication. Check syntax. Okay, save. Let's check the result. See the difference? So not only words, even if you want to replace the symbol instead of this and I want to change it to a different one, you can still do that. So likewise, sorry, if they want to remove the spaces also, they can remove. Give a try. Someone asked about how about removing the spaces, a single space in between or after, right? You can make use of this substitute function. See, most of the text functions are very straightforward one. Once you started practicing it, you will come to know that. Any doubts with the substitute one? Don't worry, I'm going to give you all time from 11:15 to 12 o'clock. We are going to have a short break. By the time you can practice whatever the use cases you want to try. Is changed. It's a function used in validation to compare the value of field the previous value and returns true if the values are different. Just want to check, you want to check whether the field value is changed or not. You can make use of the is changed. So how to identify is changed? I'm going to use here a validation rule. Error message should be thrown if the account name is changed in the account object. Okay, here they have mentioned about account name, right? Since we are dealing with the contact right from the beginning, let me use contact. I'm going to create a new validation rule in contact object. I'm going to insert this function, it's changed. This checks if the field value is different from its prior value and returns true if the values differ. Otherwise, it will return false. It says, I'm going to check the field value of the first name of the contact. What it will check? It will check whether the name of the field is getting changed or not. So if it is getting changed, it is going to return true, which means the conditions is going to be true. If the first name gets changed, I'm going to say you cannot alter the first name. Let me put the error message you can throw in two areas. One, the top of the page, another one in exclusively on the field. I have created this validation rule. Now let me give a try to change the first name. I'm trying to alter the name, okay, but it is not allowing me. What is happening? The moment I enter the validation rule fire, I enter and I click on save. When you click on save, this validation gets fired. It is checking whether the user is changing the first name or not. Yes, the user is changing because this formula returns true. If it is getting changed, I'm getting this error message. Okay, well, any doubts with is changed? Online, offline? Okay.
No.
Cool. All right. So next one, we are going to see the list of logical operators. The operators are nothing but equal, not equal, less than, greater than, less than, greater than, or equal. So quite straightforward one, but still, let me work out on a few logical operators here. ஏதாவது கொஞ்சம் காம்ப்ளெக்ஸா இருக்கான்னு பார்ப்போமா? Okay. Let me take less than or greater than. If the annual revenue is less than 50,000, then discount is 20%. Else, no discount. Okay, it comes with if condition. If condition, we are going to see. If condition, we are yet to cover. Otherwise, simple எடுக்கலாம். Create a custom field, fee due date, and should be 10 days from the date of record. First name, last name cannot be the same. Okay, let's try this. So I'm going to check whether the first name and last name is changed or not. So let's see. I'm going to create a validation rule to check whether the first name and the last name is same or not. If it is same, it is not going to allow the record to save. Let me use the same one. Insert the field. first name, insert a operator, equal, and last name. Sorry. The first name is equal to the last name. I'm going to throw an error message. Both first name and last name are same. Please check. See, I try to enter both the first name and last name, but it again showing me error saying that it cannot be same. Here we have used the operator. It's nothing but the equals operator.
Ashok,
Yes,
can you give last name in lowercase?
Last name is?
In
No,
lowercase.
a mix of uppercase and lowercase.
Okay. Like this. It is accepting. So it is a case sensitive one. So this is what you want, right? Suppose you want to, so such cases, if you want to, there is a functionality we have already seen, that lower and upper and all, right? Suppose, Ashok, I want to handle this one. Since the first name, last name, if they entered like this, it is throwing some error. To handle the same, what we can do, we can convert everything into the same characters. So look at here. I have the first name, right? So let me convert the first name lower or upper. Similarly, let me convert the last name as well in lower. Okay, so now both going to be in the same case. Now, if I try to save this, it will throw an error because it is not by default, the validation rule is not taking up the case. It is not a case sensitive one. I mean, it is a case sensitive one. So I tried to enter and we have achieved this by using this lower. Is this clear? Any doubts? ரெண்டுமே கேபிட்டல்ல கொடுக்கணுமா? இதெல்லாம் நீங்க டெஸ்ட் பண்ணி பார்க்கணும். என்ன வச்சு டெஸ்ட் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கீங்க? It will convert. If you give even if you give in uppercase, it will convert into lower. Then only it is going to validate. இல்லையா? புரியுதா? People online, is that clear? Any doubts?
Hello, sir.
Yes.
You are given both side convert in lower case, but you are adding the field as a capital letter, but it can do convert in lower case.
Sorry, I don't get your question.
You are given the validation rules as a both side, means first name and last name should be converted in lower case.
Correct.
But you are given the capital letter, so why cannot be converted in lower case?
See, please understand what is happening in this validation rule. I have entered the capital letter. Correct.
Yes.
Here, what it is doing, it convert all the capital letters, whatever it is, into lower first. I tell you what is happening at the back end here. So those who don't understand this one, please watch. See, I have given this as an input. Since I'm using lower as a function, what it is doing, whatever the value I given, it converting the value like this. Okay. And similarly, this is a okay. It converting to this. This is my first name, right? This is what I have entered, but still I'm using this function called lower. It convert this to this. What in fact, if I have entered this, still it will show convert it like this. If I entered like this, still it will convert to AJ. So irrespective of whatever the mix of upper and lower you enter, the results we are going to get is lower because this is going to convert this. The same way it is going to convert the last name as well. So I make sure that these two names are in the lower case, no matter whatever the input you have given. You clear or still confused?
Got it, got it.
Okay. Clear? Huh? Shall we move on to the next one? So we have seen here, we have seen the not equals function, but there are other operators available here. Maybe part of our workshop, part of your hands-on, you can give a try. Except this, if anyway you find there is a if functionality being used, I have seen one, this one. So please ignore this for now because you didn't learn if function so far. So after this, after you have practiced all this, maybe we go for the if one. The time is almost 11:07. The next one we have logical functions, but I think you need some time to understand this. Check. What we can do, take your time. Let's catch up by around 12 o'clock. You're going to have 45 minutes of time to practice all these use cases till this. Guys, don't simply skip the practice session. If you skip the practice session, you will not learn the new things. Like Nike has found out the one, right? Like how to treat the blanks value, how to treat the zero value. Only when you start practicing, you will come up with a lot of difficulties and you will understand. This is a kind of a good opportunity for you to practice and to check with your fellow mates and to check with the trainers then and there, rather than waiting in the Q&A session for all the 1 hour to clarify your questions. Make use of this workshop. So I stop here. We are going to we'll come back by 12 o'clock. Those who want to take some short break, please take some break. I'll create a breakout rooms here. Room 1, Dilip will handle, and room 2, Vijit will handle. Okay. Super. Recording we will start from there. Sorry. So we are starting with the logical functions here. In this logical function, first we are going to see the not functionality. In this one, we are going to check with this use case. The entered number, which is an account number, it must be an 8 characters long. So let me open account object, go to validation rule and create a validation account number. I'm inserting a field called account number. So here the requirement is the account number must be 8 characters long. Okay. So how to get the length of the account number?
Using length function.
Let me use length. Account number is a text field or number field?
Text field.
It's a text field. So now this is going to return the length of whatever the number I have entered. So here I'm going to say the account number should be equal to 8. Okay. So which means what in on the other area, error condition formula. Whenever I'm entering a value which is equal to 8, it will throw an error message saying that account number must be 8 digit. Okay. But if you look at the validation scenarios, whenever the error condition is true, then only this will fire, right? So in this case, I'm giving condition like this, length of account numbers is equal to 8. What I'm going to use, I'm using not over here because this entire condition, length of account number equal to 8, this will return as
True.
false.
True.
False or true?
True.
Should be true.
You cannot say true or false until I am giving some input, right? So let me give an input. I'm having an account number here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So how many digit it is?
8.
8 digit.
True.
So what is the error condition here?
8 is equal to 8.
I'm trying to say this. Account name available. Account name. Okay, I think I missed to add account name. Okay. Account number must be 8 digits. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have entered 8 digit. But why I'm getting the error saying that account number must be 8 digit? It is 8 digit only, right?
Yes, sir. But condition is true.
Since this makes the condition true. See, the validation has work based on the condition which we have, which is satisfying here. Okay, in order to achieve the same, you don't need to, either you can keep like this, not equal to 8. Okay, suppose Ashok, I want to keep like this for a better understanding. So what you can do, you can make use of not. Now I to try to save this one. I have entered 8 digit number. The intention is I should enter 8-digit number. If I enter anything here, 9-digit, I try to save this record. Now it says the error. Now look at, I'm entering 9-digit. Let's take a look at this formula. This will return what? Now, the length of account number, it will return what?
Number.
Yes, what number? What is the number?
9.
Okay, so it says 9 equal to 8. Just take a look at
False.
this alone. It says false, correct? And when we are adding not, it converts the whatever the result you are getting. If it is true, it will convert as false. If it is false, it will convert as true. Since the entire error condition will become true, and this will get fired. The not we recommend to use only when you have a complete clarity on how this error condition formula works. The same thing you can achieve on other way. Instead of using not, you can keep like this. If the length of account number is not equal to 8, throw this error message. Still, I'm getting the same error message. See, the intention is same. I want to keep only 8-digit here, but the way to achieve, either you can use this or you can use the not outside. Is that clear, or anybody still have a confusion with this one, with this example?
It's clear, sir.
If you look at this logical functions, we have given some theories and we have given why do we use not in the start of validation rule. Am I audible? Hello?
Yes.
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 Sorry, the Zoom got stopped. So when you get time, kindly go through this and understand why do we use not in the start of the validation rule. It is up to the individual. Either you can use not in the validation rule, or if you don't want, you can skip. It's subject to your understanding level. Okay. So here goes the next one. Is blank. The is blank, as the name identify, it is going to check the field or whatever you have entered, whether it is blank or not. Suppose the field is blank, it is going to return true. If the field is not blank, it is going to return as false. Simple as it is. So let's take any example over here. Same. Here they have given example about having the phone number is not empty. So phone number ka, let's see phone. Okay, we have a field called phone. I want to identify whether the phone is blank or not. If the phone is blank, I want to throw an error message saying that your phone number is blank. You must have value over there. Is blank phone number. So this will check whether the phone number has blank value or not. If it is blank, then throw an error message. Okay. So now go to account. I just edit this and I leave it as it is. I try to save. Since I leave this field as blank, it is going to this validation rule. It is checking whether the phone number is blank. Yes, the phone number is blank. Then throw this error message. The error message is coming up here. Suppose if I enter any value, again, now it will go to this same validation rule. It will check whether the phone number is blank. It will return now what? False. No, the phone number, it has some digit. So then the error message will not come. There is a major thing that we have to, when you started working on more validation rules and more formula fields, you will get this easy understanding. How a formula works in validation rule, how formula works in a typical formula field. Okay, well, any doubts with is blank? Any queries? Yes. So there are many ways to make sure the field is having a value. You can make sure in the page layout it is required, and in the field level you can mark it as required. In this validation view you can add it. Suppose if it is a LWC component, you can add it. There are many ways. Just for the sake of how is blank works, I'm showing out here. Any questions? See, if you look at the syntax of the is blank, it has an expression. It is not about the field. Suppose you are having an expression, that expression brings a blank value, it will still going to throw an error. The expression can be like a mix of field, adding two field, concatenate the field. It can be any. People online, any questions so far?
No, sir.
Okay, here comes the next one, AND operator. Okay, before we go for this AND and NOT, I want to check whether everyone have a good understanding on how AND works and how OR works and all. See, I'm having A, B, and result. So if you're completely new to these AND operators and all OR operator, please watch this carefully. If you're from non-IT background, non-engineering background, even from non-engineering background, you skipped your bunked your class during this syllabus, please watch. I'm having a true statement. And I'm having another true statement. If I use, okay, I have operator here. And I am having an AND operator. The result will be only if both conditions are true, the result will get a result as true. This is how AND works. Again, suppose if one such is true, another one is false, and you're using AND operator, it will return false. What about this one? False, true, and still AND operator?
False.
False, false, and still AND operator?
False.
So the only time when we are getting the true as result, when both conditions or whatever the conditions you have given. Suppose even if you are going for one more conditions and you are having false here. Now tell me what would be the result?
False. False.
Correct. So irrespective of this, your expression has only any within the AND expression, if you have any one false, this is going to be false. The only situation when it is going to be true, all the criteria, condition, expression given within AND operator is true, it is going to be true. Okay. Whereas, suppose I'm going to use OR operator. Now let's check the results. If all the expression or condition are true, the OR going to return
True.
What about this one? True, false.
True.
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 This one, false, true.
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 False, false.
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 The only criteria when we are going to get false as a result for our operator, when all the condition or expression is going to return as false. If you're completely new to this, please check this once. Maybe I will add this. So here comes the syntax here, and logical 1, logical 2, and is going to return the Boolean call, and it is going to return type is Boolean. So let's give a try with this scenario. An account number must be 8 character long, and that should be a numeric value only. We have a field called account number. The account number must have 8 characters. How to identify the length of the characters?
Using length operator function.
Okay, fine. And by using is number, there is a one more functionality is number. I think we are going to see this downstairs, but anyway, we'll see that examples here itself. And there is a one more functionality called is number. It is going to check whether the field has a number or not. So let's try this one. So expected is account number must be 8 characters long and it should be numeric only. So the first condition, account number must be 8 characters long. So I need the field account number. Okay. And I need length. So this will return the length of the account number. So the criteria is to check account number must be 8 characters. So I want to check whether length of account number is 8. 1. Second. And whether the account number is numeric or not. So I'm going to say, I'm going to use is number. The is number returns true if the text value is a number. Okay. Is number, same text, account number. So I have entered 2 criteria here. One is I'm checking the length of the account number is the length of the account number should be 8, and the is number, it should be an is number 1. To check these 2 criteria, I'm going to add and functionality. Okay. So now what will happen if I'm entering some number? Suppose again, last example I have used. I'm entering the number which is 8 digit. Okay. It will go here. It will check the length of the account number is 8. And also it is also a number. Now the entire formula expression will become what? True. But my criteria is account number must be 8 characters and long and numeric only. So it should not allow other characters other than what I have entered as 8 or number. So what I'm going to use not over here. just for our easy understanding, I'm having these braces in this format. Same expression, plus, but still, to understand easily what we are doing, I'm comparing these two field values. So this is going to give the result, and whatever the result I'm getting, I'm going to invert this. Save. Now, if I try to enter a different number, account number must be 8 characters only. Yes, destroying. Instead of number, if I try to enter some text over here, still it gives me this error. Okay. Okay, what is the other way I can do this formula? If I'm not using not, assume that I'm not going to use not. So help me to reframe this formula. So whenever the entire condition become true only, this should happen, right?
We can use not
We can
equal
use
to
or. We can
not
use
equal
or function.
So whenever the account number is not equal to 8, and whenever it is not a is number. So whenever the digit which I mean the text which I have entered is not equal to 8, and whenever the text which I have, sorry, the one which I have entered is not a text, I want to throw this error. So first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Save this one. 8 characters, it is allowed. 9th one. Still allowed. Save all the chat.
No, refresh.
Just a moment. Is number.
Yeah, sure. That will become both will become true, I guess.
Yes.
Use not.
Okay, first I'm checking whether the length of the number is not equal to 8. Yes. And this is going to check, yeah. Is number, the one which I have entered is number or not. If it is not a number, obviously it is going to throw what? False. Extra. Okay. But it's still allowing that number 1.
Second
Yeah.
condition.
So you have to put not before his number.
Okay. So what is happening here? Whenever I am entering a digit which is greater than 9, this is get satisfied, and this will become true. Correct?
Yes.
If I'm entering 9 digit, 9 not equal to 8, this will become true. And still, what I have entered is a number. So what this will return? This is again become true. So true and true, this is going to return me a true statement. Again, suppose if I enter a character, okay, this will check, is this a number? This will become a false. And if I enter a character which is less than 2, this become true. Up true and false, that it should come. Okay, this returns, the entire one will return as a false. Obviously, if your validation rule fire only when the entire criteria become true. So obviously in this formula, we need not. Don't worry if you say, Ashoka, still I don't understand. It's really confusing. Maybe just because I'm doing this, you're still confused. You start do this. So in here we use equal to 8. Now we give a try with 1, 2, 3. 8 digit. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Any text? Okay. This formula is working fine, at least for this one. And if you look at the formula over here, they have given formula in such format, right? Try to use such formula going forward, because one of the best practices when you're going to deal with formula, if you want to know, understand what are the best practices we can follow while writing the formula, maybe during your interview, they might ask this question. So we have given a link for the best practices. Let me check. I think I have to add this one. Give me a moment. Let me add the document over there. Okay. So we have added this document in this folder, the best practices that you can follow in the formula. So avoid keeping your entire formula in a single line. This is what we used to do, right? So try to keep like this so that you will not miss the braces and you will have a clear idea on what you are doing, what are the expressions you are having and everything. So likewise, we have listed out, there are other best practices in this document. The complete document and all being created by, we have other trainers on board. We have Mr. Vinod, we have Mr. Vijit, and we have Mr. Dilip. I thank all these 3 trainers for created all the documentations. If you look at this one, the day 1 documentations, the formulas which you are seeing, the expressions you are seeing, the examples you're seeing, it's been there a 1 month, last 1 month efforts they have put to create these documentation for this one day. Okay. Thank you, Vijit, and thank you, Dilip, and thank you, Vinod, for your great efforts. So make use of this documentation, guys. This is not something Googled one or not copied from some other website. It's been, they have put all these effort for the last 1 month to prepare this material. Make use of it. All right. So now coming back to our day 2. We have seen is blank, we have seen and or. Okay, now let's try with the or operator. What is the example? Create a validation rule to collect at least email or phone number. Which means whenever I'm going to create a record, the record either it should have an email or at least it should have a phone number. So this is the criteria they have given. Let's check how to do that. Again, I'm going email field either. So let me use for this one, let me use contact. Please let me know if you all feel hungry. I'll stop and we can continue after lunch. I go to validation rule. Email or phone. So the requirement is I need a validation rule. The validation rules say either you should email or you should it should have a phone number. We should not leave both as blank. So first of all, how to identify whether the value I have entered is blank or not? Okay, I'm going to check is blank and I'm going to insert a field email. This will check whether the email field is blank. Next one is blank. Phone. And I'm going to use the OR operator. I got two expressions. So when an OR operator return true.
Either one of the put is true.
So here, let me use OR. So now if you look at here, okay, let me put the error message. Phone number or email. If you look at the criteria, I need the user should enter either the phone number or email. So suppose I have entered email, okay. What will happen with this? This will become false. And I have again entered phone number 2. So both will become false. Obviously, what will not happen? The validation rule will not get fired. Suppose I have entered the email ID, but I missed to enter the phone number. This will become true and this will become false. And this will throw an error. At least you must enter phone number. Let's check this one. We have entered this in a contact object. Other number. Let me turn off the other number validation. Validation off ஆயிதானே இருக்கு. I think I have set some default value here. Let me remove this. And one more thing, since we are practicing a lot of use cases, right? There are a lot of chances that when you're trying like this, when you're trying with a different use case, you might come across the error which is not at all relevant to what you have tried. By the time, don't get confused. Just revisit what you have tried previously, deactivate the validation rules or deactivate the formula field. That may resolve the issues. Here it is. At least you must enter phone number or email. Let me enter email. Okay. Where is the error for it? Which email field I have used? இந்த பார்க்கலாம். So in this case, I have entered the email ID. This will return what? True or false? Is email ID is blank?
False.
False.
False. So this will become false. And what about phone number?
You have entered false.
No, I haven't entered. I haven't entered.
Okay.
True.
True.
This
That
will
will become true.
So what we have seen about OR condition here. I have an expression which is one is true and one is false. And this will return true. Obviously, this entire condition will return true and will throw this error. Right? So like how we have dealt with the previous example, let me use not here. Because we need this expression. If this expression returns false, this will help us to return true. New, try to save. Contact the save for you. Not is blank email, and we are using not. I try to save this record. I haven't given any value over here for email or phone number. Is email ID is blank? Yes, this will become true. Again, is phone number is blank? Again, it will become true. The entire OR condition will become true. Hello. Okay. So in this case, it is not working as expected. So let's look at what they have tried. They have keep a not before the is blank, and they have keep not for phone number 2. So what will happen if I use not here? Assume this same scenario. I'm not at all entering the value for email. So this will return true. So let me convert this as false. And again, if I not at all entering the value for is blank, this will also going to return false. Sorry, it is going to return true, but I'm going to get a false statement from here. Now the entire statement become false, because false and or false, it will become false. Since I have used not, it will become true. But try பண்ணி பார்ப்போம். Let me just try to edit this one and save. So now it says at least you must enter phone number or email. Let's give a try. Now it gets saved. Now let me remove this email and I give value for the phone number, I think all the cases are now working with this particular formula. The one thing that we have to understand is don't simply leave your validation rule or formula field as it is just because you see it is worked with one scenario. Whenever you get a chance, whether it is case study, trial head, or when you being a Salesforce developer or administrator, test all the scenarios because that's what the tester will do. We can simply say it is working as expected, and you move to QA, they will raise a bug and they will send it back to you. Then your tech lead or your lead will ask, you should have done this testing as a part of smoke testing. Why did you leave to QA and they are giving back with this one? Most of the time, this is what we developers do. We simply test, it is working as expected. We move to QA, then they will raise a bug that will go to escalation. We go for escalation call. To avoid all this, please test all the possible scenarios whenever it is possible. Sorry, right? It's almost 12:45, guys. Okay. We have seen so far this not, is blank, and or and all. Okay. So you'll come back by 2 o'clock. Try to have your lunch as quick as possible so that you will have at least for a half an hour of time and you can practice all these examples. If you feel, Ashok, I'm still confused, I'm not at all getting what we have discussed so far, that is absolutely fine. At least once you have seen this, right? You have this document with you. You please try this document. I will create the breakout room. Whatever the doubts you come across, please ask and get it clear. Don't go away with any of the assumption. Just because I have told or just because it is available in the document, don't think that it will definitely work or it will go as it is. Unless or until you try and practice on yourself, right? Please don't believe anyone, including me or including this document. So please give a try and let me know. We'll come back by 2 o'clock. I create a breakout room here. The trainers, when they are going for a break, they are going to let you know. And by the time people within the breakout room, you can discuss among yourself. Okay. So let me create a breakout room here. Open all rooms. Mm. 145. Test practices. We have created. Go to changes. Sunuji. நீங்க உங்க ஸ்கிரீன் ஷேர் பண்ணுங்க. அதுல அன்மியூட்லாம் பண்ண வேணாம், ஜஸ்ட் ஷேர் யூஸ். ஓகே. So what is your query?
Actually, I thought total fees வந்து 10,000 கம்மியா இருந்துச்சா டிஸ்கவுண்ட் வந்து 20 கொடுக்கும்போது அலோவ் பண்ணக்கூடாது.
If the total fees is lesser than 10,000, it should not allow you to give.
Total 10%.
Okay.
So இது வந்து வேலிடேஷன்ல போட் பண்ணுது. Less than 10,000.
Okay. You cannot provide 20% discount சொல்றீங்க. Okay, but இங்க discount field இல்லையா? I don't see the discount field you have added here. Part of the condition.
Total fees
Okay, which use case you are trying? Please go to the on the word file day 2. Which
less than.
Okay, write a validation rule to check the annual revenue. Annual revenue should be equal to the annual revenue la irukku. Say apna first you have to tell me what is the scenario.
Total fees more less than 10,000.
Okay, if the total fees is less than 10,000, if I enter in discount like 20% or 30%, it should say you cannot provide discount. Okay, va? You need a validation in discount field, correct?
Discount for free.
That is what your requirement. In your go back to your formula criteria. So in your validation rule, I don't see anything relevant to discount. உங்களோட formula பாருங்க. In your formula, all that you have entered, if I'm going to create a record with total fees is less than 10,000, only I see 10,000. But you want to say, Ashok, if the total fees is less than 10,000 and still the discount is 10 or 20, then should throw the error. அப்படின்னா அந்த ஃபீல்டோட வேல்யூமே இங்க போடணும்ல கிரைட்டீரியால. You have two condition இல்லையா? One is total fees, another one is discount. But another condition is missing in the formula. So you can use and. You can use and. And you can do this. So anyone have any other queries? Ashok, still I'm in the basic, but still I'm having quite confused with a few use cases we have tried. Anybody wants to clarify anything? See guys, the purpose of the entire session is you have to practice and you have to ask questions. This is not a simple session, okay? If it is a simple session, we already have so many videos which is available on YouTube and available on in our AG Skill Development Drive itself. So try to practice more and ask the questions and get it resolved.
Hello.
Yes.
Ashok, இந்த greater than equal to discount வந்து செக் பாக்ஸா கொடுக்க சொல்லி இருக்கு. அதுக்கு நம்ம ஆல்ரெடி நம்ம ஒரு டிஸ்கவுண்ட் அப்படின்னு ஒரு ஃபீல்ட் வச்சிருக்கோம்ல, அதே இதை வந்து செக் பாக்ஸா மாட்டலாமா இல்ல புதுசா இது பண்ணலாமா?
Could you please share your screen and tell me which one you are talking about?
Yeah. This one. Course fees is greater than 60,000.
Okay. If the course fees is greater than or equal to 60,000, eligible for discount அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு use check boxes சொல்லிருக்காங்க. So in this case, you can create a field called eligible for discount. Okay. And the field should have the written type of checkbox. So you are going to create a new formula field called eligible for discount with written type checkbox. Okay, va?
நான் அந்த டிஸ்கவுண்ட்லயே செக் பாக்ஸா மாத்தலாம்னு பார்த்தேன்.
இல்ல அந்த அளவுக்குலாம் பண்ணாதீங்க. So we are all in the starting stage and beginner stage. Try to create new fields.
Okay.
Don't try to use the same field again and again.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
Anyone? Any other queries?
Ashok,
Yes, Divya.
இதுல அந்த நாட் ஈக்குவல் டு அப்படின்ற அந்த ஆப்ரேட்டர்ல ஃபர்ஸ்ட் நேம் லாஸ்ட் நேம் சேமா இருக்க கூடாதுன்னு ஒரு யூஸ் கேஸ் கொடுத்துருக்கீங்களா?
Correct.
அதுல ஆல்ரெடி நம்ம நாட் ஈக்குவல் டுன்னு உள்ள கொடுத்துருக்கோம். சோ வெளியில நாட் எதுக்காக?
Okay, எனக்கு உங்க screen share பண்ணுங்க. Please share your screen. And you can are you sharing your screen, Divya?
Yes, Ashok, yes.
Please go to the formula which you have created. Please go to the validation rule which you have created.
1 minute.
Okay, forget about this not and the operator and not. So now tell me, what is the expectation? What is the requirement?
The first name and last name should not be same.
Okay, again, forget about the not and the operator. Suppose if you are going to implement, just implement this. So you understand the requirement, right? Just
Yes.
implement. So if I enter the first name and if I enter the last name, if both having same text, it should throw an error saying that first name and last names are same. You should not enter the first name and last name should not be same. அப்படின்னு சொல்லணும் நீங்க.
I have just removed the not, Ashok.
Okay. Okay, hold on. Edit this validation rule. The error message which you have given, it is not relevant to this validation rule. Okay, hold on. Don't save it. Hold on. So scroll up. So as per this validation rule, if this criteria met, then
Error message should be
this error message will throw. Okay, first name not equal to last name. I'm entering the first name as Ashok.
Okay.
And I'm checking whether Ashok is not equal to Ashok. Both in first name and last name, I'm giving same value.
Okay.
So now, as per your formula, tell me what will happen. What is the result it will bring, your formula?
False.
Ashok not equal to Ashok. True or false?
It's true.
Why it is true? Ashok is equal to Ashok, right?
Yeah.
So then, Ashok not equal to Ashok. It is false, right?
False, right?
Hello.
Yes, Ashok, yes.
See, I'm entering the first name as Ashok and entering the last name also Ashok.
Okay.
As per the formula which you have given, it returns false because the criteria is not met.
Okay.
புரியுதுங்களா இல்ல
புரியுது அது ரெண்டுமே ஈக்குவலா இருக்கிறதுனால
this formula will return what? This formula will return
false.
False. So if it is false, obviously what will happen? This
Error
validation
message
will not
be
fire.
thrown. Yeah.
Correct. So in this case, I want to throw the error message. I want the first name and last name should not be the same. So அப்ப நம்ம என்ன பண்றோம்? Not அப்படிங்கறத we are adding in the front.
Okay, sure. Okay, thank you.
Okay, suppose Ashok, I don't want to use not. What
Okay.
is the other option? Instead of using this, right? You can use
Equal to
equal.
one.
Just equal.
Exclamation mark.
Equal to solra. You can use
Okay,
equal. If the first name and last name is same, which means first name equal to last name, then throw the
error message. Okay.
okay.
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
Okay. Others, do anybody have any questions?
சார் எனக்கு ஒரு டவுட் இருக்கு சார்.
Yeah. Yeah, please tell me.
இதோ ஷேர் பண்றேன் சார் ஸ்கிரீன்ஷாட். சார் விசிபிளா இருக்கா?
Yeah, I can see your screen.
இந்த இதுல வந்து நான் வேற மாதிரி கொடுத்தேன் சார். ஈஸ் blank கொடுத்து இந்த இது ஈக்குவல் டு 10 கொடுத்துட்டு இன்னொன்னு வந்து ஈஸ் blankன்னு கொடுத்தேன். ஆக்சுவலா அவுட்புட் வந்து என்ன இதுக்கு வருமோ அதே தான் வருது. ஆனா இந்த இதுல வந்து அக்கவுண்ட் நேம்ல வந்து இங்க நாட் கொடுத்து பார்த்தேன் சார். இந்த நாட்டை எடுத்துட்டு இங்கேயும் நாட் கொடுத்து பார்த்தேன். ஆனா வர மாட்டேங்குது. எதனாலன்னு எனக்கு புரியல சார்.
See, நீங்க அங்க மட்டும் நாட் கொடுத்தா பத்தாது. Even you have to change that and to or.
Oh.
See, அதாவது அசோக், I'm going to remove the knot on the whole. வெளியில உள்ள knot remove பண்ணிட்டு I'm going to add the knot in length and in number அப்படின்னா then for the entire condition also you have to change. அது என்ன பண்ணா or அது மாதிரி கொடுத்து பாருங்க.
or கொடுத்து பார்த்தனா ஆனா or கொடுத்தா ஏதாவது ஒரு கண்டிஷன் தானே சார் ப்ரூவ் ஆகும்.
கரெக்ட்.
ஆனா இப்போ இங்க வந்து நமக்கு இது ரெண்டுமே இதுவாகணும்ல.
See, இங்க வந்து what I'm again saying, forget about not, forget about and forget about or.
Okay.
Your ultimate aim is you want to throw some error message. When you want to throw some error message, account number வந்து must be 8 characters long and it must be a numeric only. So அதுக்கு எந்த combination of the logic is going to work அப்படின்னு பாருங்க.
Okay.
Just because I want to give a new try அப்படிங்கிறதுக்காக நீங்க don't change the not. அதெல்லாம் பண்ணாதீங்க.
Okay, okay.
So ultimately, what is the requirement? And the requirement which functionality you can use. Suppose Ashok, I don't want to use the not on the whole. Instead, I want to use not in between. அப்படிங்கும்போது அப்ப அதுக்கேத்த மாதிரி you have to change your formula.
Okay, 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 sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. See guys, don't worry that I understand that the 2 days is not going to be enough for you to practice all the formula which we have given in that document. Okay. Depends upon your understanding level, depend upon your career background, depends upon the so-called things you have already worked on. It will take time. The time taken by the individual differ from individual to individual. So don't worry about that. Even after this workshop, you still going to have the access to the entire document. You please write everything on your own. And I leave that WhatsApp group, that Salesforce formula WhatsApp group as it is. We are going to keep the WhatsApp group open for next 1 week as well. So if you find any difficulty, please post it in this WhatsApp group so that people over there, they are going to assist you. If you are an AJ skill development trainee, you have access to the live Q&A session every day, 1 hour, which is with the senior developers. And along with that, Vijay is going to take a complimentary session. Dilip is going to take the complimentary session. Shobana would be there. So you will be having close to 3 to 4 hours of live Q&A session like this. So you can join those live sessions too and clarify all your queries. Okay. So now we are going to move on with the next topic. For next topic, பார்க்கணும் நீங்க அதுக்கப்புறம் என்ன பார்த்துக்கணும்.